All right, guys, so here is the Q&A, the third Q&A that I've done. I have a ton of comments, so I'm gonna try to get through as many as possible without taking too much time. So let's get started. OTH Main Hottie asked, why don't you choose to compete on men's physique besides bodybuilding? I think he means pretty much, why do I choose bodybuilding over physique, or why don't I just do both? And I think the primary reason for me is that bodybuilding to me is an art. Since you're wearing quote unquote minimal clothing, you get to showcase your entire body pretty much, and where you've made improvements, what muscle groups, including your legs. I train my legs really hard, I try to. And I want to showcase that too. I don't want to, like physique, they wear, swimming trunks. I have nothing against that. It's just I prefer not to. So I like posing. I love being artistic and coming up with different poses and everything like that. So that is the reason. Unbroken 90 asks, what's the best food scale to use? Now, I don't have a preference for food scale. Pretty much the food scale, all food scales do the same thing. They just weigh out your food. And the one I use is Escali. The way you spell it is Escali. Escali. I have an Escali, and it's kind of like a slimline design. That's why I like it. So I bought it on eBay. Wordy the Bird asks, what is your starting weight and body fat percentage? How many calories a day will you consume? What macros? My starting body weight is 172, around that. And my body fat percentage, I'd say, is, I want to say like 17%. So I've been bulking for about 15, 16 months now. And so I've gained just a little bit of body fat since I've last competed. So my starting macros are 65 fat, 365 carb, and 200 protein. Now, this is just a starting point. It's kind of to gauge where my body's at. I'm not 100% accurate. You're never 100% accurate, And so it's to kind of give it like a week or two and see how my body reacts to this amount of calories. What's your role with Alpha Elite? Aiko _MR2 asked, and what are your goals for 2016? My role with Alpha Elite is that, I'm just family. I just help market. I help with everything as much as I can. And no, I do not get paid with Alpha Elite. I have my own job. I do my own thing. And honestly, I just help out with Alpha Elite. Everyone's like family. And so I do the best I can. And, they accept me as a team member, a family member. So what are your professional goals for 2016? My professional goals, I guess career-wise, right now I'm doing a family business, and so that has its own direction. However, in terms of professional goals, meaning like with the whole fitness thing and everything like that, I want to do online coaching. I want to offer online coaching, I feel like right now is not the right time, but I want to see how 2016 feels. So if it feels right, then I'll start at the end of the year. Why not, right? Never hurts. Camavila _ asked, what do you do to keep motivated? What do I do to keep motivated? I love training. Some people just kind of grow old of it. They have their ins and out phases. But for me, training is my outlet to everything. Training makes me happy. Training makes me, it's like an escape to reality. It's an escape from reality. So I always have a goal in mind. That's why I feel like, I'm able to stay motivated. And also another thing is YouTube. You guys keep me motivated. Everything that I'm doing, or everything that I'm trying to do, is trying to convey a message, trying to say that, well, pretty much like I'm saying that if I can do it, you can do it. And so what I do is I try as hard as I can. I do the best I can and everything. And for me, that motivates you. That motivates me. And so I know that if I screw up or if I slack or whatnot, then you guys will see it and you'll push me. You'll keep pushing me. And that's what helps me stay motivated as well. So, the Brown Stallion asked, what do you think about supplements, especially fat burners? Now, I don't really use supplements, honestly. Supplements meaning like multivitamins and fish oils and stuff like that. I don't really use, or protein supplements if you consider that a supplement. But I don't really use supplements. I only use them when I feel like I need them, you know. In terms of vitamins and stuff, I tend to get them from food. I prefer to get them from whole foods as opposed to like a very concentrated form, like meaning like 300% vitamin C or whatnot. Like, you know, your body can't consume that, you know. I feel like it's better to intake it with whole food sources rather than pills. So especially fat burners. So fat burners, I don't take them. I don't, because for me, in my belief, you know, caffeine is the main stimulant. You know, caffeine is what keeps you focused and keeps your heart rate going. It's like a stimulant, you know, it is a stimulant. So that's definitely the main ingredient in fat burners. And they do have other stuff like maybe like coffee bean extract or green tea extract or yohimbe or L-carnitine or stuff like that. You know, that stuff helps burn fat, but you know, just train hard, guys. Train hard and do your macros right, and you're gonna lose fat, you know, because I've done it. I've done preps without fat burners and I get equally as shredded. So that's my take on that. Dom Frund said or asked, what post-workout supplements would you recommend? And that goes along with supplements, so I thought I'd answer that too. Food is definitely the best, honestly. You know, there's no substitution to food, really, you know. It's Jay Ortega asks, what is your favorite protein powder flavor? Favorite protein powder flavor is, that's tough. That's very tough. I don't know, actually. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. But the best protein that I've ever had is definitely, I can think, okay, there you go. The best protein flavor that I've ever had is Cappuccino Rush, and that's by Dymatize. So Dymatize, to me, makes the best protein powder. Best tasting protein powder. So Elite Gourmet, Dymatize. I love that. Give it a try. Dexter Pad 03 asked, what exercises do you use to gain mass of your legs? Squats, leg press, lunges, hamstring exercises like leg curls and stuff like that, etc., etc. Every exercise helps you gain mass. You know, Dexter, I think you have to understand that you don't get big in the gym. You don't gain strength in the gym. Everything happens outside of the gym. Now, everything that you're doing inside the gym, you're tearing down your muscle fibers, you're working towards it, you're tearing it down to build it back up. And that's how you get bigger, that's how you get stronger. And so what you're doing in the gym, I guess the correlation to that is how efficient are you? You have to be very efficient in the gym. You can't just say, I'm in the gym for 3 hours. I can be in the gym for 6 hours and not do anything. You know, so it's not about how much time you spend in the gym, Dexter. It's about how efficient you are. So going back to the question of what leg exercises, do the ones that are the hardest, you know, honestly. Squats, lunges, stuff like that. So stiff-legged deadlifts, those are definitely the hardest ones, and those are definitely the most effective. Zach the Strong asked, what is the most you have ever weighed? 210 pounds. 210. I was a butterball. They call me Butterball. Well, I call myself Butterball Dan, but I was pretty fluffy, you know, and that was the primary reason that I knew that I needed to gain mass, you know, and as an amateur, as a beginner, the number one thing is that people underate. They underate. And so what I did was I made sure that I did not undereat. And I didn't overcomplicate it. I just ate and ate and ate and ate and ate. And that's how you get big. You know, if you're too technical, you make it too complicated, you end up kind of hindering yourself from growing because sometimes you're too cautious and stuff like that. And you just can't be afraid to get fat, honestly. You know, that comes with lifting. That comes with this whole thing, this journey. You bulk up, you get fatter, and then you shred down and you see what you've built. And that's just the beauty of it, you know? So definitely eat, Zach. MV Fitness 94 asked, what is your starting macros for the prep? I said it in the second question. 65 fat, 365 carb, and 200 protein. I'm 172 pounds. LTNTDH asked, have you ever thought of being consistent on your uploads on YouTube? I'm trying, bro. I'm trying, you know? Like, I don't want to upload stupid, boring footage every day. I'm trying to bring excitement to certain things, you know? I'm trying. I swear to you guys, I'm trying. Lift Like Chips asked, what has been a weakness that you had to overcome in your journey to be where you're at now? And was it easy? I guess for fitness journey, sorry guys, let me rephrase that. My weakness that I had to overcome was that I had a lot of family problems, not family problems, but things that go wrong, and wasn't able to allow me to do a lot of things. I said, fuck it, you know, and I went with it, and I didn't seek approval, and I didn't care. I just went with it, you know, no matter how many people disagreed with me. And look where I am now, guys. You know, I'm loving this. You know, like, I'm not by means super famous or anything like that. And I don't care about that, you know. I just care to reach to those who want to follow me, who want to watch my videos. I just care about those people, you know, the people that I'm trying to influence, the people that I'm trying to motivate and inspire to do different things and step out of the box. Was it easy? No. You know, nothing great comes easy. You know, everything takes work. Everything takes practice and dedication and discipline and desire and sacrifice. Everything takes that. You know, if you want something, you're passionate about it, you have to go chase it. You have to. You know, you can't let anybody hold you back, because that's just how it's gonna be for the rest of your life. You know, you're last thing. You're on this earth to do one thing, and that's to change lives. You know, if you're just a person that just goes day to day and not do anything, and just like a robot, you're living a pointless life. You're living a pointless life. And you're looking at social media, you're looking at this and that, and wishing you were that person. Well, why don't you become the person that people look up to, instead of you looking up to someone else? Do something. Inspire, motivate, educate, do all that stuff, you know? Andres_Bustillos asked, what and what motivated you to lift and to join Alpha Elite? I think it just happened, man. It really, I just stumbled upon it. Christian and I became friends a year ago when I was a subscriber to him, and I just went to his first gym, the first gym he ever owned, and I worked out there a lot, and you know, we just hit it off. We just became cool and became friends, and we realized that we're individuals that are, we're humble, or we try to be. We have common goals, as cliche as it sounds, and we're driven. You know, we don't let anybody stop us. We don't care about opinions that will try to drive us down, or people that try to drive us down. We don't care about any of that. And to join Alpha Elite, to tell you the truth, you know, this was a blessing. You know, it's crazy. The people that are in Alpha Elite, the ones we call family in Alpha Elite, are individuals that are so driven, so humble, and so like heartwarming. You know, we treat each other like we've known each other for only a couple months, right? All of us combined. But it feels like we've known each other for our whole lives. And that's the vibe that you give, or that's the vibe that like I have when I'm with them. I feel like I'm safe. I feel like I can be myself regardless of anything. They won't judge me for anything. And so that's the beauty of it, you know? So Jace Boy Wonder asked, how was your lifestyle and fitness? How has your lifestyle and fitness shaped your relationship and life? Do you view your life and relationship as ordinary? Fitness has definitely changed it. Contest prepping and doing this and that has definitely taught me how to be disciplined, how to be patient, and you can't look at things from such a narrow standpoint. You have to look at things from a broad spectrum of like how it's gonna be in the future. You gotta look at things not so close into the future. You gotta look at like years ahead, or even like 1 year ahead. Like what's gonna happen, how you're gonna do it, what are you going to do. I've just became more mature, because I've been at a low, if you've prepped before, that when you're very, very deep into your cut, you're almost at contest prep, you think about a lot of things that you never would have thought of, and after when you come out of that shell, your post-contest and everything like that, you rethink about it, because you evaluate a lot of things. You evaluate your life, your friends, what you're doing. Is what you're doing worth it? Is what you're doing going to benefit you or anything like that? So it's definitely made me, it's helped me build a better man in myself. Do you view your life and relationship as ordinary? I feel like my life is very different. I definitely don't have an ordinary life, not by any means. The whole YouTube thing, YouTube is definitely only 1% of the world, the fitness industry, that is, so it's not ordinary by any means. I get to vlog myself on camera every day like I'm doing now, and people watch me from all over the world, and it's like the coolest thing ever, and for me, that's freaking amazing, the support that I receive, and it's so humbling too, my relationship, I guess I can say with my girlfriend, yeah, it's pretty ordinary, but to me it's special, it doesn't need to be extraordinary, but what we have between each other is special. So Travis Tilger 15 asked, is it hard not to get caught up in the followers and fans? How do you stay your true self in the midst of all the crazy? For one thing, Travis, I'm not a celebrity. I'm not. Simple. I'm just a guy with a camera. I'm a guy that films his workout, films his everyday life, and films what he thinks and feels every day. And I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to hear what people think about me, whether it be positive or negative. I'm not afraid. I embrace it, So when I see people coming up to me, like if I'm going somewhere or anything like that, and people come up to me and they say, oh, you're Hoang Fit, that's the coolest thing in the world to me, because I know that deep down inside, the things that I've been saying, the things that I've been doing has had some form of impact in their life. And honestly, that's where I'm going, where I'm trying to go with this. And I stay my true self, because who I am on camera is who I am in real life. I'm not this different person who is fake on camera or fake in person. I'm not that kind of person. I genuinely care about my followers. I genuinely care about if you wear Alpha Elite and I tell you you're part of the Alpha Elite family, I genuinely mean that. It's so cool, because I was like, just a year ago, I was on the other side. I was a really big follower of Christians, said, man, I wish I could meet him one day. And I wish this and wish that. And now I'm on the other side of the spectrum, and it's just like, whoa, take a step back. This is so amazing. It's so like, for me, it's inspirational, because people are inspired by my work. And so that motivates me to do so much more, because I can't fuck up. I can't change, because my life on YouTube is essentially a timeline. And if I've changed from the past to the future, not only can everyone see that, but I can see that physically. And I can say, you're fucking up. Who are you? So I use this to really keep me in line, also to not forget about where I ever came from, And so Hope that answers your question, Travis. DJ Sherwood asked, favorite dieting sweet tooth filler? Rice Krispies. It's game over. It's game over, bro. Rice Krispies, that's the only sweet I need in life. If you were to give me one sweet, nothing else, Rice Krispies. Don't ever forget that. So if you ever see me or anything like that, Rice Krispies, bro. And oh yeah, if you're coming to the expo, LA Fit, I know I'm gonna be starving. Bring me a Rice Krispies, bro. Bar Brothers Canada asked, will you and the Alpha League team be coming down to Toronto, Canada anytime soon? No, if that answers your question. It's not that we don't plan on doing an expo anytime soon in Canada. But if we were to travel, personally to come down, absolutely. We'll definitely let you guys know, for sure. Canadian followers, what's up? And also, I have a best friend that lives in Canada, in Toronto. So I'm definitely gonna come down one day, for sure. Envy the Great asks, are you the co-owner of Alpha League? No. I don't own any portion of Alpha League. I have no investments in Alpha League, nothing. Everything is solely Christian Guzman. Everything is his. He owns everything. And I just help out as a friend. I just help out as much as I can. And so that's Christian's baby. Alpha League's Christian's baby, guys. Farm Kid 82 asked, rank the priorities in your life: family, friends, girlfriend, work, competition prep, etc. What's one big tip for balancing them all? Priorities in life for me: family, girlfriend, friends, work. No, competition prep and then work. Work is last. Last question is, Carlin Powell asked, when do you think Alpha League will start to look for sponsors and ambassadors? It is my dream to be a part of the Alpha League team and would do anything to get there. Now, I think the whole misconception with that is that Alpha League is not like any other company. For right now, we're not going to pay people to wear our clothing, to promote our clothing. And just to have people like here and there and random people, like we're not gonna have that. It's because we say that we're a family. Alpha League is a family. The people that we send clothes to, or if we send clothes to people, are people that we know personally, and we say, hey, you're part of the family. You really are. And we want you to wear clothing. Will you agree? We're not gonna say, hey, we want you as a sponsor, or we're not gonna have someone email us and say, hey, I want to be a sponsored athlete. What can I do? It's not like that. It's not like that at all, because that will kind of stray us away from what we're trying to build. We're essentially just a family, honestly, guys. So, sorry to disappoint you guys, honestly, if you're trying to become an ambassador. And, we're just a family, guys. We're not trying to move away from that. We're not anytime soon, man. So, sorry. But that's going to conclude it for the... Oh, last question. The last question is, I really like this one. Malik42. Do you think the YouTube fitness industry is too saturated? No, not at all. Keep them coming. Because the YouTube fitness community is 1%, if that. Is only, no. YouTube fitness industry, I feel like, is only about 10% of the fitness of YouTube. And of that, like there's millions and billions of people that don't even watch it. So the fitness industry in the whole entire world is only 1% of the world. You know, it's only 1% of the population. And so how can it be oversaturated? You know, how can it be, you know, how can there be enough people? Because everybody brings something different to the table. Everybody has a different message. You know, some people may have the same message, just things they say, but everyone has a different mind, and so that's how everyone works. I try to kind of cover everything in a more broad spectrum, not too detailed questions, because too detailed kind of sometimes gets too personal. And so I know that the Q&A is for personal, but I don't want to expose too much of my personal life out there. I do like to keep somewhat of a private life. But, you know, when I am, explaining things or portraying things out or whatnot, I'm very transparent. I try to say what's on my mind. I try to not hide anything in terms of what I'm covering. So, you know, I like to keep a private life somehow. You know, everyone needs a little bit of privacy, and so there are some questions where I didn't answer because I feel like it's too invasive. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this commentary, and honestly, it's crazy, you know, from the first Q&A that I've done to this Q&A. It's very strange, and I'm just getting more and more accustomed to this, and I love it. You know, every day I love it more and more and more. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I want to thank you guys for all the questions, for all of the attention that you give me. Honestly, it's amazing. You know, it truly is, and I cannot fathom, you know, the support that I'm gaining, and it's crazy just in the couple months of span time that I've, you know, that I'm expanding, you know. So for those of you who are watching this, and those of you who are part of the Hoang family, thank you so much. And you know, I love everything about you guys. You know, all the support and everything, all the positive and even negative feedback that you give me, honestly. All the feedback that you guys give me, it truly, I truly think about everything. I truly read all the comments and everything like that. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, and if you're not part of the Hoang family, if you don't hashtag HoangFit on Instagram, what are you waiting for? What are you guys waiting for? That's what I'm asking. But once again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time.